Thanks for watching the replay here. Greg Klaumanzer. I'm going to try to shoot this again. I was having some technical difficulties earlier today. Hey there, Christina. Oh, there you are. Hi, Heather. So I tried to shoot this earlier today, and I ran into some technical difficulties, so I'm going to go ahead and finally have a breather playing catch up here right now. So I want to talk about how to get more followers on Periscope. But before I do, I just want to kind of talk about my experience of going to traditional networking meetings, and I think this will make some sense. A lot of times going to traditional networking meetings, there's an attitude of people. There's two types of people that show up. And I used to always go up and I could spot these people. They're what I call givers and takers. And I think the attitude of how, what I saw is the attitude of people that were showing up at these networking meetings. They would be, and some of them would be discouraged in terms of what they would get out of it, or leads or referrals and all that. Their attitude just was not in the right place. They weren't thinking about how to connect with people and how to build relationships. And so I just that's been my experience kind of offline with networking. And I think that's a really important lesson when we go online to social media platforms, Periscope in particular. So it's really important, I think, our attitudes in how we approach this, really giving and not so preoccupied with what I can get. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of people that are wondering, should I be on Periscope right now? Is it worth my time? Am I going to make money? Am I going to get any business? And I'll just say the jury's still out. I'd like to think I'm kind of an intuitive business coach. And so intuitively, I feel like this is the place to be. It's actually fun. For me, it's a platform to actually grow as a human being. One of the things I love about social media is I think it's opportunity. Social media and the internet and technology, I think, is almost like a biofeedback of where we're going in consciousness. And what I mean by that is it continually asks us to grow and evolve. A platform like reality TV, yeah, totally. So anyways, I just want to get into it and share some ideas on how you can maybe get more followers. The other thing is, if you're new to Periscope, I want to make myself available if you have any questions or whatever. I'm still relatively new, but I'm really been embracing this. So if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. Can it be used like that? The reality TV? I think so. I think there's so many applications for this where, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I was talking to one of my business clients earlier, and I think you can, using Scope, to go in on sites with our business and create a culture. You're new too? Like it a lot? Awesome. Oh, that's you, Heather. Hi. So anyways, there's all kinds of different applications, but I want to talk about 5 different ways to increase your followers, because I think that's really the key. And when you first start, if you're new, it'll probably ask you if you want to follow some of the people that you're connected to on Twitter, and I would recommend that for starters. But I think even more importantly, I'm actually inviting people that I know, coaching clients of mine, and really inviting people that I already connect with and having them on this platform. So I think that's key. Like, number 1 is email people in your database and tell them about Periscope and invite them to come on board. And I think a couple things are going to happen is you're going to feel more comfortable talking and sharing with people that you know. Like, I know Heather's on here. In the past, other coaching clients of mine have been on here. But you're going to feel more comfortable talking, almost like with a friend or something like that. And it's going to be a lot easier. Sometimes with a bunch of strangers on here, and it's kind of open to the world, there's some hecklers and some trolls. So tip number 1 is invite your friends and family and associates and past clients to play. Let them know that there's this new thing called Periscope, and invite them to play. Make sure they know your username and friend you. Number 2 is to start adding what I call a follow me sign. Hey, Alex, welcome. I had some technical difficulties earlier. I saw that you tried to come on, and I'm just playing catch up right now, having some breathing room. So, Alex, if you're on and you touch the screen with your finger, there'll be some hearts that light up the screen, and it'll be kind of like comments or love or whatever it is. So, if you tap your screen on the phone on your phone screen, the hearts will light up. So when you're in somebody else's Periscope or anybody's Periscope, if you like what they're saying and you hit the screen, it kind of lets them know that you like what they're saying or that type of stuff. So you can also add stuff in the comments. Hearts are a great way to encourage the scoper. Absolutely, Heather. Heather was on the other end of that encouragement today. Hi, how's it going? You're awesome. So anyhow, again, just wanted to share. I think it's a little discouraging to broadcast and you don't have any followers. So I really want to kind of give you some tips to have some followers, get some followers. And so number one is invite friends, clients, and people that you know, get them in the Periscope world. Number two is to start to add follow me on your signature line on all your email correspondence. So that's one of the things that I've done. I've added PS, follow me on Periscope, and so I'm starting to make sure that's in all of my communications. The third thing is to post on other social media. So what I would say is to start to migrate people over from other platforms, whether that be LinkedIn or using Twitter or Facebook, and inviting people to come play on Periscope. So these are people that are already in your network, people that you're already connected with, and you're inviting them in. And here's what I think. I think that the people that you invite in now will ultimately thank you down the road. I think Periscope is going to take off. It's going to blow up. And we are the early adapters. And if we can encourage our people, our friends to come on board, I think they're going to thank us down the road. I remember, I'll tell you a quick story. I started coaching over 21 years ago, and it was pre-email. Everybody was faxing stuff, and I was so resistant to technology. I was so resistant. I wasn't a great typer. I didn't learn to type. I still am not a great typer. And being on the computer just kind of freaked me out. Technology freaked me out. But my mentor and coach at the time was way ahead of the curve. And he really, really forced me to get an email address. And I am so grateful. I remember me kicking and screaming the whole way of, oh my God, I don't want to get an email address. And what's that all about? It was the funniest thing getting email. I remember getting emails. I'd get an email that came in and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't respond. I didn't do anything. I was so freaked out about the whole thing. So I tell you that story because I think Periscope and live streaming may be very similar to that. We have to get over our fears, over the unknown, whatever it is, and be willing to play with new technology and be, to always be learning. And even if it pushes us outside of our comfort zone. So I wanted to share that story. Hopefully that's relevant. Knowledge plus technology equals biz power. You got it, Heather. So again, invite friends, start to add follow me on your signature line on all your correspondence, and then post in other social media, trying to migrate people that you're already connected with to come on over. And then number 4 is to connect on scoops that other people are on. Like, there's some really great people to follow out there. One person to follow that I follow is a guy named Mark Shaw, and another guy, Lewis Howes, who's really big. And one of the things I've noticed is in these other Periscopes, the more active I am, like some of you are making comments, Heather's commenting, this and that, the more active I am in some of these larger, Mark's awesome, man. Oh my God, I love that guy. But the more you participate, like what's happening right now with the chats, you'll find that people will, if you see somebody, Lewis rocks. If you see somebody like Heather's right there, you can click that message, and it'll open up her profile, and then you can follow Heather. So and then so like Heather's making some comments. Some of the people on this call might go, wow, Heather's really cool, and what is she all about? Checks out her profile, and then they'll follow you. So make sure that you're engaging in other people's periscopes. You're engaging in the chats, you're saying hi, you're letting people know where you're from, you're asking questions, and then as you start to notice other people in these chats, you'll actually start saying, hey, Annette, I saw you, you'll actually start chatting with people in other people's scopes. So this is another way to get followers, is to start building relationship with other scopers. And then the last tip I have for building building your follower base is to just create good content. Just create good content. One of the things I'm doing, I'm starting to keep a log now. I've got so many ideas of things I want to share, but keep a log of ideas and content that you want to share with people. Like I really want to do a Q&A for people on here around Periscope, and the reason I want to do that would be, I would say, number 7, and number 7 would be to mentor and help other people. So if you want to create followers, just make yourself available and help other people with whatever you know. Like I'm not necessarily a full-blown expert on Periscope, but I do know some things, and I certainly know more than that person that just joined Periscope today or yesterday or even a couple days ago. So one of my teachers said, we're always 2 or 3 steps ahead of some people and 2 or 3 steps behind some people. So, look for those people that are ahead of you and learn from them. And then whatever you're learning from them, there's always going to be 2 or 3 people behind you. Extend your hand and help them and bring them forward. You could call it paying it forward, or, whatever. But I think that's another way to increase your follower base, is to lend a helping hand, pay it forward, and make yourself available and help people when you can. So anybody have any questions, any comments? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Anybody have any comments, questions about Periscope? All right. Cool. Well, so if you thought this was helpful, cool, great tool. If you thought this was helpful, maybe give me a thumbs up or something. And the other thing is, if it is helpful and you want to share this, first scope nerves. Yeah, totally. What's the ideal length of time? Alex is wondering. I think it just depends. Alex, here's the thing, is that a lot of these scopes, basically, it's the art of the topic, like you're writing a blog post or whatever it is. Do you have online private coaching sessions? Do you have online private coaching sessions? I will have online private coaching sessions, so I will definitely do that. But back to Alex, the ideal length is, what's cool about Periscope is that, and I heard somebody say this, when Periscope first came out, they thought, well, who's going to listen to something live without any warning? Like, all of you are on this call right now. You didn't sign up for a webinar. You didn't calendar it. You didn't schedule it. It's like, if you're available, you listen. And the great thing is, if you're not available, you can listen to the replay in the next 24 hours. So that's what's really cool about it. So Alex, it can be as long as you want, and it can be as short as you want. Here's the other thing, is that some people will drop in, they'll listen here, participate, and then they'll leave. They might be on the road or in office. If the call's still going and they like the people that are in the group, they like the content and all that, they may jump back on 5 minutes later if it's still going. So to answer your question, I think the scopes can be super, super long as they're rich, as long as people are engaging, as long as the content's there. And it can also be used for just a quick news blurb or update. So anyways, I've got a bunch of different ideas, some cool ideas, some coaching ideas. One of the big ideas is in coaching, there's this thing called Integrity Day. And so I want to use a scope and play a game called Integrity Day. And so we're just going to dedicate a day to everybody who wants to get things handled, like stuff that they've been putting off. And then every hour we're going to check in on scope on Integrity Day, and people are going to make a list of all the stuff that they've accomplished, and then what they commit to accomplish between this scope and the next scope. So I call it the Integrity Day game. So make sure you hang out, you follow me, and and check out my scopes. So again, if you like this, swipe up and you can share it with people, or tweet it out, or share it to your followers, and people can catch it on a replay or watch it. So anyhow, I'm loving Periscope. Thank you all for taking the time to be with me tonight, and leaving comments and joining in and engaging. I'm totally into this, and excited, and yeah. So I think you get my enthusiasm. You're very, very welcome. Have an amazing night, and yes, I'm addicted too. I will catch you guys on my next scope.